A lot has happened in the less than a week since the Cyber Ninja's final ballot audit report was released to the public. And of course, as we all know, the final audit report showed that Biden actually won Maricopa County by 360 more votes than they had originally given him credit for. There were 99 uncounted Biden votes, 261 overcounted Trump votes. So right now, there's two factions within the Republican Party that have emerged. There's the people who say, okay, look, we lost the audit, we lost the state, Biden won it, let's move on, we're doing untold damage to the party. Then there's the other faction. And the other faction says, oh, hell no, this report is fake. The real one is being suppressed by the deep state. We want more answers. This is crazy. You people out there saying this is correct, you're just a bunch of rhinos. I really would love to not have to talk about this Arizona ballot audit ever again, but apparently we're still going to have to do it. So anyway, here's what's happening, as the Arizona Reporter has reported. You have people, including some people who actually worked on the audit. They worked on the audit, and they're claiming that the deep state has suppressed the real report. And the reason they're willing to say that, and so many others are willing to say that, is because there was a fake report that had been circulating for a couple days earlier this week. And it was so bad that Cyber Ninjas had to come out, issue a press release, and say that this story is totally false. This is not the final report. And that fake report said that the state should decertify Biden's win. And Cyber Ninjas in their release said, yeah, we would never even say anything like that, even if we found evidence that Trump actually won. That would be up to the state. But these conservatives latched onto this fake report, and they believe it's real. And I don't know if this fake report was created by somebody trying to make Republicans look stupid, or if it was created by somebody trying to make it look like the audit was actually totally legit and proved what they thought it would. I don't know. Was it a prank that apparently has gone too far? Or was it another means to hoodwink these very gullible Republicans? Either way, it worked. And the Republican Party is once again at war with itself because they can't determine fact from fiction. And that's what happens when you buy in to these conspiracy theories. When you put all of your eggs in that one basket of, oh yeah, there's massive voter fraud, this is going to overturn it. When that's all your hope. When all you do is consume media that continues to tell you that for the 6.5 months that this audit was being conducted, then that's what you believe. And that's all you know to believe. So when this comes out and proves everything you thought was wrong, it's hard for people to process. So they latch on to whatever new conspiracy they can to make themselves feel better, to make themselves feel like they weren't tricked into believing something that isn't true. And ironically, in order to do that, they have to believe even more things that aren't true. It's an endless cycle, and honestly, I don't think it's going to go away. There are going to be these individuals in the Republican Party that will always, for the rest of their lives, believe that Arizona election was stolen along with the entire 2020 election. No amount of audit reports, no amount of recounts, no amount of anything is ever going to convince them otherwise. And that, honestly, is the saddest part of all this. They're going to go around whining about some mythical deep state. Oh, the deep state, they say, has suppressed the results. No, the results are out there. You just refuse to believe them because they run counter to your internal narrative that you're clinging to make yourself feel better. Ring of Fire has fresh content 7 days a week, so if you want to be reminded about it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell to be notified every time a new video goes up.